Hi guys, Kit Kat Wombat here today with Jose.
Hi.
So today we're going to talk about a little experiment we did to figure out who the most popular Disney princess is. Just going to put a little bit of disclaimer on there. We didn't do anything super rigorous or whatever. It was just a little bit of fun we wanted to have and get a survey out on the internet and get some responses about what people's favorite princesses are. So Jose, do you want to explain a little bit about how you made the little survey?
We chose 14 princesses, and then the website randomly puts two of them against each other, and it asks the user to vote which one is their favorite. We sent the survey out to a lot of the different Disney communities that we're a part of online, a bunch of different sites and forums, and we ended up having about 4,200 different responses.
So who did you think was the most popular princess?
So I was like pretty sure that Ariel would be like the most popular, and I thought that in the middle would be kind of like Mulan and Rapunzel, and then less popular would be stuff like Tiana or Pocahontas or Snow White. Oh, I know.
Okay. My first instinct was to say either Ariel or Belle, because when you look at the Disney heroine profile pins, those are the ones that are like the most expensive to buy, so they're the most sought after pins. So in my mind, I was just like, oh, well, they'd only be the most sought after pins if they're the most popular princesses. Anyways, so let's get to the data. All right.
Sounds good. That's the best part.
All right, so you want to tell them a little bit about how you broke down or decided which one is the top one and how we ranked them going down from most popular to least popular?
For each of these 14 princesses, we have the amount of rounds that they won, the amount of times they won divided by the total amount of votes they received, and that gives us a win percentage. So that's kind of the number we went off. In total, each princess received about 600 votes. So there's, it could be more. We could use a bigger sample size, but this is still, pretty big amount of a lot of information.
Let's get to the data. All right, I'm going to insert a picture of a cute little bar chart showing all of the princesses here. According to our survey, Mulan is the most popular Disney princess, and I can understand that. She's really cool, and she is awesome.
And this surprised me, but I guess thinking back on it, not too surprising.
She's very empowering to women.
Yeah, and has a decent number of songs. It's one of the more, I guess, like classical love story, but just slightly more fun.
Okay.
A lot more fun. That's how I kind of see Mulan. She has a live action remake coming out. So we took all these votes before the trailer for the live action remake was even released.
I'm gonna put the graph back up again. And so you can see on the graph that there is a chunk that are all about the same, have all about the same amount of win percentage, just below Mulan. They're actually quite a bit below Mulan's win percentage. And we are, I guess this would be, if Mulan is our S rank,
Yeah.
these are our A rank princesses.
There's the only difference between them is a few dozen votes, so we pretty much equally-ish popular.
Yeah.
We have Rapunzel
Oh yeah.
at
My girl Rapunzel.
at 58.5%. So a big chunk of the wins. This is it was pretty neat. What did you think of Rapunzel being that high? Did you expect her to be so
I mean,
popular?
I expected her to be popular, but that's probably my own bias because I think she's awesome. So obviously, I just assume everyone else is going to think she's awesome too.
I thought she would be I thought she'd be decently popular, but not more popular than, say, like Elsa, for example,
Oh, yeah.
or
I think we also have to keep in mind that there's a specific demographic that this was asked towards. I mean, we're asking the internet and we're asking on probably more of our peers and not like little kids. So little kids will most likely have had a different perspective, as well as people that older than us that are not as familiar with the newer princesses.
okay.
And then next one is Jasmine. So we got our little Jasmine here to represent Jasmine. I thought that was cool. I especially liked the live action version of Aladdin. I thought that Jasmine was given a much more clear role, which I really appreciated. And so I'm glad to see that Jasmine's getting a lot of love.
Really, yeah, she's one of these classical princesses that maybe, just having the live action remake happen is kind of what set her apart from others like Ariel or.
Maybe. Speaking of Ariel, Ariel's our next one.
Yeah.
So we actually watched The Little Mermaid this morning. So yeah. She's never been my favorite princess, to be honest. I enjoy her story and everything, and I really like the music from the movie, but I guess I just don't really identify with her as much. So she's never really been that much of a main princess gal in my life. But my middle sister, Ariel, was always her favorite princess.
Next
Is
is Moana.
Make way, make way.
Moana is one I thought that would be kind of like the new age princess.
Really?
So I thought she'd be more popular.
Well, they don't really treat her that well in the parks. Like, she's only available for meet and greets at special parties, which is kind of disappointing.
It was a very enjoyable movie. I probably liked it, almost as much as Tangled. Definitely my second favorite princess.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. The second to last one in this category is Belle. Our girl Belle is in this pack with all the rest of them.
If I think of like Disney princess, the first thing that comes to mind is like Belle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our picture taken with Belle on our Christmas outfit a couple years ago, and Jose was really awkward about it, but I was also really awkward about it, to be fair.
Because I was so excited.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know. I guess I expected Belle to be a little higher, but again, these all lumped together. And
Yeah, next one actually surprised me. So at the very last one in this same category is actually Merida, which she doesn't get a lot of love. Like Brave, in my opinion, wasn't that great of a movie. I know you haven't seen it yet, and but I do like Merida. I like her personality and I like her drive, and I think that her art is beautiful, the way she's drawn and everything. But I just didn't think that she was going to be as popular as Ariel and Belle. I didn't think she was going to be up in their same ranks as them.
yeah, me neither. I mean, being the first Pixar princess makes her kind of in a special spot, but online she's not really talked about too much. Yeah, now is when we're seeing her have a lot more fantasy pins. She already has a decent. She shows up as a character in the parks a lot, but she doesn't really have a ride or anything.
No. And then the next category, so a little bit below this big conglomerate, is kind of funny. Yeah, the first one is our girl Elsa.
She's the only. Well, I was gonna say she's the only blonde one.
No, Rapunzel.
Well,
I mean, I guess when you think about, again, the demographic that probably was taking this survey, I think that Elsa is very popular with younger audiences than us, and so they probably weren't taking the poll unless they were hopefully being supervised by their parents on the internet.
gotta be over 13.
I'm so excited about Frozen 2, I'm not gonna lie.
What about you? So in terms of Anna versus Elsa?
I knew Elsa was more popular than her sister. Just because she's got better songs in the movie, and yeah, I think that's what it is, really.
The next up is
A surprise. Pocahontas. I haven't seen Pocahontas in a long, long time. I don't remember liking it all that much. I appreciate Pocahontas as a character, but the movie itself, I don't really remember being that great.
Like, Pocahontas is one of those movies where it's kind of like it's probably maybe not as obscure as Merida, I'd say. So, yeah, I don't know. It's one that for Disney Plus, I'm the most excited to watch.
Pocahontas?
Yeah.
Really?
So
Okay. And then after Pocahontas is Anna.
like this, but like brown hair.
She's got red hair.
It's red?
Yeah. She's got like auburn hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so Anna is 2 steps below her sister.
I think we were talking about how like Elsa might be more popular with like younger kids, but like older girls or women might find Anna more like relatable.
Yeah. I kind of feel like I identify more with Anna than Elsa. But I also think that Elsa's cooler.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
But I like her hair.
Yeah. She does have nice hair. And then the last one from this category is Tiana, which I haven't seen. I saw Princess and the Frog a long time ago. You saw it more recently.
Yeah.
I like Tiana. She's a fun princess to meet in the parks. And I think that I love the music from Princess the Frog and the costume design. I don't know if that's the right word, but like her outfits are really cute. I really appreciate her as a princess.
Yeah, and I like there's a lot of it has a lot of like style. So I don't know, the movie is very like well themed, and I guess it's I don't know, there's like a lot of I'd say the movie has a lot of like rewatchability.
Yeah. All right, now we're down to the last 3, and some of you guys may have noticed that there's a trend that the 3 that are left are from a very specific time. So of those 3, though, one of them has to be the most popular. And it kind of makes sense to me that this one's the most popular because she kind of gets the most attention. And that would be Cinderella. So with Cinderella Castle in 3 different parks, that's kind of hard to miss or forget about Cinderella. So, yeah.
Definitely, like, you know, if Belle is like the kind of like the you know, the 90s, like you mentioned, the Renaissance Disney. If I think of like old Disney, I would like Cinderella is the first thing I
Oh
think
yeah,
of.
for sure.
Yeah. She's in Kingdom Hearts in one of the spin-offs.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's a pretty neat little world.
Okay. All right, and then second to last is the very first princess, Snow White. What do you have anything to say about Snow White? Because I don't.
I like her color scheme of being like aggressively blue with some red and then white in there. I think out of all 14 princesses we've talked about, I think she's like the most aggressively bland one.
Yeah,
Like,
she's just Snow White.
yeah, she's just, you know, like a there. Like,
Yeah. And drum roll, please. The last princess is poor old Aurora. Even though the very first Disney park, the castle represents Aurora, Sleeping Beauty, she is the least popular Disney princess. And I have to say, I'm not surprised because her movie was boring.
her whole like dress changing colors thing is really cool, and and the animation is very colorful.
Oh yeah, the use of the multiplane camera for that movie is like very beautiful, and I really do appreciate that. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. And if you would like to say what your favorite princess is down in the comments below, I'd love to hear about it. I think that the survey is still up, right?
Yeah.
So we'll leave a link down in the description below. So if you do want to go play that, and we can leave it up, and maybe in a couple months or something, we can redo this and see if it changes with more votes on there. But anyways, thanks so much for giving this video a watch, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!